Alright, hello everybody. I think for the first time since streaming, we have a successful start. So we'll jump straight in. Tonight is about finding the drugs lab on Cellin. This is the stash house, and seeing if we can buy some drugs and do some drug trading from there. So we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna head over to Cellin. So just set your walk to Cellin. When you land, you are gonna look for orbital marker 1. So the total trip to get here. So orbital marker 1, we're just gonna go ahead and jump there. Total trip is around 5 minutes to get there, do the trade, then we need to get out and find somewhere to sell. There's been some issues with trade terminals not working, so as always, I don't pre-can my streams. So you get this footage raw. If something works, it works. If it doesn't, then it doesn't. So that will typically be the case. So from orbital marker 1, you're looking to get orbital marker 4 and orbital marker 6 just in the top range. So if you pretty much set it like this, tonight we are in a Cutlass Black, which is in my view, is the ultimate in pirate drug running ships, and I think it looks fucking cool too. So from here, with marker 6 on your right and 4 on your left, you're going to look for these two. There's 2 humps we're looking for, and we can see them here. So they're pretty unique, here and here. And from those 2 humps, if you look just up and man, I think I've been on too many from the stash house. Let's just stop that. And then we are gonna set off and head towards this mark here. Typically, as I say, it's a 5-minute run. We're gonna head down towards here, and then the stash house itself is sat in here, pretty much around here. It's pretty difficult to spot because of the terrain on Cellin. So let's go ahead and fast burn in this direction. So if you keep these 2 humps dependent on the orbit and the sun, these will look slightly different, but there's always these 2 and here, followed by a black mark here, which is a tall peak. So we're now gonna head down there. So yeah, Cutlass Black, really cool ship. I mean, this is like no frills. For me, this is the best entry ship into the game, and by far. It can hold itself in combat. You can multi-crew. It's fucking looks cool. It does everything you want. So if you are new and getting into the game, lots of people tell you about the Avenger, etc. I just say get rid of the Avenger. Go straight for the Cutlass Black. This will open up so many opportunities for you in the game. I'm sure people will differ in opinion, but this is just my opinion. This was one of my first ships in the game, and there was no regrets. The Avenger, I had a lot of regrets when I first started. So yeah, we are burning down. I think we're probably just moved off a little bit, so we're just gonna go ahead and course correct. So as we're burning down towards this peak, if we take a small look, you can see just north of this peak are these secondary and third peaks around here. And we're just going to head in towards here as soon as we are getting closer to the terrain. So I've headed towards the trade terminal on the EE servers, and none of the trade terminals were working. So now we're starting to see that the peaks are starting to form. We're just going to go ahead and we're just going to repoint north. So we're looking to get into here, and the drugs lab itself, I believe, is either here or here. I'm just going to go ahead and burn in. In fact, I think it might just be down here. I'm just going to trim some speed because we are coming in hot. Like, way hot. Oh, way, way hot. Oh, come on now, don't do this. This could be the most epic fail in a live stream ever.
Attention, engines overheating.
Somewhere around here now that we didn't crash, somewhere down here we can find the lab, and it's just here.
Landing gear down.
Hey, there are people here. That's one down. That's always a good sign. And they must have a ship here, or are they? Nope. And that, ladies and gents, is why we live stream. Kind of like, how did they get here? Like, what was their... I think maybe they were like, ah, they had their ship blown up. Okay, so that's really not a great sign for us. But as you all know right now, I am in this game to PvP, so I don't feel bad. However, I do worry about our survivability right here, so we are going to be quick. Cool thing about the Cutlass Black is the side loading doors. So these side loading doors, we need to get real close to this lab. I'm probably wasting a bit too much time here. But I'm just going to equip real quick. So here it is. This is the drugs lab that is on Cellin. This is usually accessed by one of the missions. I think it might be one of like the dump the body things or some stuff like that. Let's see if trade terminals are working correctly. Yeah, they are. That is good. So we're gonna buy a bunch of slam. Um, so we're buying 357,000. So check this place out. Really cool. Really nice ambience here. And I like Cellin as a planet composition. I think it's really nice. So yeah, those two dudes. You know, like, sorry about that, but and here is our stash of slam. I'm gonna jump back in here real quick because dead ships at a pirate outpost
Your flares are online.
are not a good thing. There's no one here right now. So we look good. I think one of the selling places for this is a rest stop in Hurston 5, I believe. Or I think Grimhex. Grimhex, yeah, you can sell it there.
Launch complete.
We are going to go and burn off. So you can see getting to this place is actually really straightforward when you actually see it. Can be a bit tricky to find. Once you do this a few times, you'll be able to do it at night as well. And doing it at night is cool because Sig found it in their souls to put lights on the hidden drug lab. So it's quite easily identifiable. In nighttime as well. So run this a few times and you will be good. So I think we bought a 357. So let's test this.
Is now on.
So yeah, Cutlass Black, really, oops, okay, that was really nice. We're gonna go ahead and, whilst we're driving, we're gonna go inspect our cargo. I'm like, yeah, oh, what? Game bug, like door disappeared. But yeah, here is all our drugs. What the margin is on this, I don't know. Drug running I'm only doing for a bit of fun and just to make up the balance so I can buy weapons for ships and then lose those weapons. Again, I think that when we get to this rest stop, I think we have to be super quick. Otherwise, we get our ship stored, and then we're gonna have to basically kill ourselves. But we'll see. We'll see. So drugs labs, etc., can be really cool places for PvP content. So those two dudes who we killed there, yeah, they clearly had someone else there. But sometimes you can, depends on what you want to do. It's just another method of getting content, and if you find something with cargo capacity, then you're able to stop. Try and get some. Let's just try and solve this heat problem. You're able to fly there, try for some PvP, and if you don't get PvP, then it's easy to fill cargo and do a cargo run, come back and wait for more PvP, or see what happens. But that's why I stream live, because you never know what will happen. And pre-canned videos are cool and all that stuff, but I like to just run this stuff live. So no fakery. If it crashes, if terminals aren't working, if the ship bugs, if we lose a bunch of cargo or lose something terrible, then it's all in the stream, and we can all have a good laugh about 3.5.1, or will we? I mean, people watching this, your thoughts on 3.5.1? There's lots of division right now. I think 3.5.1 is necessary. After I'd done the Retaliate bomber walkthrough yesterday, and 6 S9 torpedoes into a NPC Caterpillar, and inflicting 0 damage, then there's clearly something wrong with what should be a very basic mechanic in the game. Missiles and torpedoes are fucked right now. So I'm all for game bugs and its alpha, etc., etc. But very basic things like that, I believe, should not be an issue in a 3.5. So let's hope CIG does something great, make missiles great again. So here's a tip for terminals to make sure that you don't have to fly to a location and have issues. If the place that you spawn in, whether it's Ollie or wherever it is, just go into a shop and check a terminal. If the terminal is not bringing up anything for sale, then terminals on that server are screwed. So you are best to disconnect from that server and reconnect to another one. So I went through 3 EU servers and then basically forced to connect to US servers. And the first US server I connected to, the terminals were working correctly. So previous, you just get an empty terminal, which is kind of pretty disappointing. So we are in flight now to Aston L5. We're going to stop at an R&R stop, and we're going to see if we can sell these drugs for profit. There's a really cool website if you like this kind of stuff. It's called Versemate, and it's www.versemate.com. That's got a player-driven trade table in here, which relies on people adding prices of what they've bought and sold for. So we just bought Slam. I'm just looking at the site now, and I hope I haven't messed this up. But it looks like, yeah, Hurston L5 is buying Slam. A total of 153. So if I can do some basic maths, then we're looking at a difference of so we're talking about 5% margin. 5% margin is not so bad. I don't know if there's any issues with buy and sell quantity, but if you were to put something with a very large cargo capacity, then you might be able to have some fun. So we're coming up to L5. We're gonna land and run like crazy because reasons. Again, CIG have this horrible thing with ships being claimed or whatever on landing, or not having a long enough time delay for landing before they get auto stored. And as we know, real issue with auto storing on rest stops, because you can't spawn. So yeah, we had a couple of people helped out with the stream. It's basically restreaming uh, the crossover of Stream Now and a whole bunch of other stuff which Google are in transition with. So I think we may have got that correct. So the multiple stream restarts and all of the pain in the ass that was coming with that should actually be over. I hope. I know I've said that many times, but I really hope they are.
Landing gear down.
Please proceed to assigned landing bay.
Got some really bad frames here for some reason.
Landing complete. Have a pleasant stay.
So typically I don't use rest stop so much. We'll see. There are, as I said, there are a lot of people that are really complaining right now about the timing of ship clearing on pads. So we'll see. But we're just going to go ahead and find the trade terminal in here and sell this slam and see what the margin is. So we're hoping for circa 5%. It will be good. I may actually do a large trade run and see what we can do. The cool thing about trading is it scales up. Also, the risk reward ratio. Oh yeah, let's go to the lobby. The risk reward ratio, landing with a Gemini, Starfarer Gemini, or some other large cargo ship, could put you at significant risk in those areas, especially if the other people are clever and have their a scout. So we've got to go ahead and find the trade terminals here. You're gonna have to bear with me. This is new territory. We don't want to go to Hangar 2, that's for sure. If anyone knows where the trade terminals are in here, then please shout in chat or something. Are they in admin? Okay, they're in admin. Okay, we're going to go ahead and sell from the cutlass. And we've got all this slam here. Oh no, this isn't one of the 600 limits, is it? Oh no, let's try again. Come on. So we know that Widow has a 600 limit sell, and then you're subject to a timer. Powered by Windows 95, these trading consoles. Oh my god. Oh, okay. So, yeah, I guess, like, fuck you or something. Okay. Okay, we're gonna go ahead and... What?
We're sorry. You have exceeded the allotted time to depart. We will have to return your ship to storage.
What is this scrap and waste? No. What? I don't want to buy that one. Oh my god. We're gonna get... There we go. Let's try and sell this quickly. So I guess that is what everyone's been complaining about. If you have to go sell drugs, then your ship, because of this delay, is gonna mean your ship gets. Let's try another one. It means your ship is gonna get stored, and you are now stuck. Okay, so we're still subjected to this timer. Just gonna keep trying to go ahead and sell. I don't know. Maybe. I don't know if this is a bug or whether Siga's been smart on what they're doing just to try and slow down the drugs trade. I mean, I've heard multiple versions of what it might be, and it might be the ability to sell these if other people are selling them in other locations. I think that may reset that timer just to make sure that UEC is balanced correctly. So, yeah, still got the same bug as what we saw in Grim Hex. We're just gonna go ahead and try again. Okay, good. So we got rid of more. And how many in total do we have left? Oh, we have 2 more lots to sell. I'm gonna just try and sell more. All right. Not so good, I guess. Let's try another one then. See if we can switch console. I suspect we're going to see the same error here. Let's go 600. Nope. Okay, if we're just under 600 then. So I think what we saw was my wallet was down to, I think we bought 357,000 UEC. And I think I had 71 UEC left. Okay, so we're still waiting in this time. I prefer the consoles in Grimhex. They're awesome. What with the expired software that's running them. Looks like that dude's been on the slam already. Like, what's he doing? So unit cost of 153, so that's good. That's in line with. That's in line. So we'll be looking at the. We'll be looking at 5% margin on this. I think Widow's about 6.6. Okay, so that's good. And then we've got 689 left to sell. Hey.
Need something?
Yeah, I need to sell my slam.
I'm okay. Just working.
You enjoy your job?
Yeah, fine.
See ya.
We're done here.
Jeez, psycho. Yo, how about a fresh brew? Okay, like, we'll leave the fresh brew. Come on, let's offload the rest of this. It looks like my cutlass is still there. It hasn't actually been stored, despite them saying they would. Hmm? How did we get like... What? This... this would be cool if we just found it. So this hasn't updated from the other terminal. It's just updated. I thought maybe if we could switch in terminals, we might be able to do something like sell more. Maybe some server lag or something. I don't know. I'm connected to the US servers and I'm in the UK, so I think a lot of the EU servers are just wrecked. So terminals specifically are not working on the majority that I've been to. Okay, that's good. And we just have a few more left to go. I don't know if we're still... Okay, that's cool. So that's good. So we ran at 357. We bought total of 357, and we're at 378. So 5.6%. 5.6% is pretty cool. Widow is 6.6%. We're still subject to the same. Is my color still there? Yeah. Where are the hangars? Landing pads 4. Hangar 2. I think we were hangar 4, right? Hangar 1. Were we landing pad 4? So 5.6% from Cellin to Hurston. Do the maths. Do the maths if the travel time makes sense for you. Widow's good from Jump Town back to Grim because it's only a small amount of travel. And our Cutlass is still here despite them saying that they were going to store it, and that's cool. I'm not sure if that's a server-side fix or similar. But I really wasn't expecting that. Yeah, so that's it. That is how to get to the stash house on Cellin. It's about a 5-minute jump from OM1. So just to recap, warp to Cellin, warp to OM1, get OM4 on your left, OM6 on your right, and head towards a small peak just behind those two large lumps, and then just run north as per the video, and you'll be good. So you'll be able to work out if this kind of thing's for you, or if you just go there for PvP.
Your flares are online.
Why, thank you. So we blept a couple of people. Everything worked well. Everything worked great, actually. So that's it. I hope you enjoyed the stream. Everything was as expected. So hopefully this will help you in your adventures in Star Citizen. So yeah, that is it from me. If you like what you see or whatever, then you can subscribe. And I'm going to be doing quite a lot of different videos on these kind of things. So if it's your thing and you enjoy it, then that's cool. Just subscribe. But anyway, thanks for tuning in, and I'll catch you on the next one.